All right, Cosmo Blazer sneak peek. I was able to put together Fire Fist and Haze Beast over the weekend, and I tested the shit out of both of them. So we'll start with my thoughts on Fire Fist. We don't have Wolf Burke or Chicken, so some of the control plays are going to be lacking. We kind of have a small spirit loop, but it requires a little bit of setup. You know, spirit with another spirit engrave and a level 3 on the field. You can go in a Horse Prince, use Horse Prince effect, then go into Lion Emperor, and then get your spirit back and do it all over again the next turn. So you have that little play, but that requires setup, and it kind of sucks. Bear is really amazing. Tinky, get Bear, pop Tinky, pop their monster, swing, get another formation card. Set up. They attack, you flip Tensen, get another formation card. So now your back row is 3 formation cards. On your turn, you draw. If you draw a warning or a bottomless or anything, do you want to set that and open yourself to Heavy Storm? You're like, well, no. Even though other cards are free, even though 2 of the cards were free thanks to Bear, getting blown out by Storm just hurts so bad. And yeah, I run Road. I run Starlight Road. But you got to draw it. I don't want to run 2 roads. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it might come to that. Some people might say, well, I'm just going to run 2 roads, to protect my setup, or Dark Bribes or something. But finding the space is hard because you got to protect these guys. These guys are small. They got to get their boost. The opponent lances them, they lose their boost, and they get smaller, and they get ran over. So I don't know. The deck, in my opinion, is lacking. There will be people who do well with it because I watch people play, and they were able to play their Tinky. It didn't get MST'd or Dust Tornado after siding on activation. Search Bear, summon Bear, use Tinky, pop the dudes, BLS, swing in the 2 back row, had no response, get another formation card, activate it, set stuff. Opponent didn't have MST or Storm or anything. All he could do was set a monster, and then he was able to do it again, pop their monster, tag, get another, there's going to be people who top, and you can watch the YouTube videos, read the regional reports, or watch them play in real life, and you will see that their plays went off without a hitch because their opponent couldn't do anything. And that's how the deck works, in my opinion. The deck works when your opponent can't do shit about it. If you force the deck to grind, the deck runs out of monsters. So I decided to run Call the Haunteds. I run 2 Call the Haunteds because the deck runs out of monsters. Plus, they're small as fuck. I mean, Jesus. And even though you have Dragon, who can reborn your guys, and and then you reborn your guys, and then you go into, where is he at? Tiger King. Yeah, and then go into Tiger King. Set 4 more formation cards. Most likely 10 Ken, so he can protect himself against Dark Hole or Marksman or some shit. Yeah, especially Marksman. You still lose the fucking Heavy Storm, and that kept happening. And usually, most decks you can play around Heavy Storm, but this deck makes you so vulnerable to Heavy Storm, and that's pretty much all I got to say. All I got to say about it. Deck loses the Storm so bad. So many times where I had complete control, opponent had Storm, had no way to stop it. I mean, I had no unnecessary back row. I had like 3 formation cards and a warning. Storm, and just blew apart my field. I'm like, okay, well, I got Bear, but now he has 2 back row. Summon Bear bottomless. I'm like, Lance, so that's cool. Activate Tensu. Use Tensu, Poppy Monster, Valor. Like, well, pass turn. In Japan, they run Valor, so yeah. This deck is really fast. Hazy Beast. I run Fire Dog and got my pillars. Tried all versions. I ended up going to the hieratic hazies. I was even running the big cattle drive. Then I found out that this card sucks because you can't activate any effects after you activate the card. Or the turn you activate this card, you can't activate any effects. So after you get all your dudes on the field somehow, because you have to use effects to get a lot of dudes on the field. So to set it up, one turn you get a bunch of dudes on the field. Hopefully they don't dark hole you. Then play cattle drive, and then attack. If they mirror force you or some shit, you can't activate any of the guys' effects because cattle drive won't let you activate effects. So you can't play Lance, you can't play Starlight or anything in response to the attack or anything because you played cattle drive. So I decided that card was shitty. It's, in my opinion, it's a more inconsistent version of Hieratics because at least in Hieratics, at the end of your loop, you can drop Drago to prevent a Gores. So I guess to sum it all up, I don't like either one of these decks from Cosmo Blazer. Haze Beast promotes overextension. I mean, their Exceed is amazing, but again, you have to overextend to make him powerful. But he can get ran the fuck over. He can be dealt with, and it's hard to get the 5 materials on him. And then Fire Kings. I don't know. I'm so frustrated because I wanted something new to play. I wanted to say, all right, YouTube, I got these videos. I really like these decks. I want to show all this excitement and enthusiasm. And it's just a freaking no-go. I don't know. Maybe you guys can see the frustration in my face. But, it's an absolute no-go. I tried. And I mean, I was getting blown out by stupid shit too. Just random ass decks, just random Heavy Storm, BLS. Well, a lot of decks can lose to that, but there's a lot of decks who can, come back from that. But BLS, backed up by Valor. Or BLS with back row. Or any kind of monster with back row. Even fucking Thunder King with back row is a problem for this deck. Because you can activate the 10 key, but you can't search. And yeah, that's that with that. I'm sorry, I'd love to show you guys a deck profile of both of these decks. But these decks that didn't make it. And I don't like it. It's Dub K to adding them out.